think so, no.
Hey, Merab, are you excited for Conor McGregor's return?
I am actually, and I'm hoping to he can win, you know, because I love Max Holloway, but this is gonna be huge if he comes. He's coming back, but if he wins, that would be huge, and because Conor McGregor done such a great things for MMA, for UFC, and I will be happy to see.
Are you back?
The best boxer! You said the best boxer! We're gonna see! We're gonna see now!
Brother,
Logan Paul,
this is not his last fight. I'm gonna go there. July 11th, I'm gonna handle business. We're gonna have a rematch at the end of the year.
July 11th can't come soon enough.
I'm gonna be 1-0 against him, and then we're gonna rematch at the end of the year. That's what's gonna happen.
So we have the Conor McGregor of the UFC, who kind of was he spearheaded the idea of huge personalities, doesn't give a fuck, besides yourself, who's someone in the WWE that would resemble a Conor McGregor?
That person doesn't exist. I mean, to be fair to Conor McGregor, there is only one Conor McGregor, and it's not a character. I ran into Conor McGregor actually here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, you did?
At the inauguration.
Yeah.
And we were talking about fighting at that time, and he was just still such a character in real life. He's not playing a character.
He's not.
He was definitely on something. It was 8 a.m. He was on something. The group I was with, we all agreed. We took a general vote, a consensus. The consensus was he was on something.
But he's so funny.
He's amazing. He's amazing. But if he comes back in the UFC, I fear he's had so much time off, he could get his ass beat.
But you think how much do you think ring rust plays, or do you think
I think it plays.
Yeah?
I think this is there's a difference between ring rust and whatever the fuck he's been doing. That he's got to be taken out of the barn, power washed a couple times, run through.
He's back inside the gym, and the buzz is growing louder than ever. Could this finally be the comeback fans have been waiting for? Conor McGregor looks to be pushing his training to another level as he gets ready for a highly anticipated showdown with Max Holloway. Every workout shows sharper focus and stronger determination, like he's refusing to waste a single moment before fight night arrives. After years of headlines, delays, and endless speculation, McGregor isn't just promising a comeback anymore. He's putting in the work to make it happen. What do you think? Is this the return we've all been waiting to see?
I don't think so, no.
Hey, Merab, are you excited for Conor McGregor's return?
I am actually, and I'm hoping he can win, you know, because I love Max Holloway, but this is gonna be huge if he comes. He's coming back, but if he wins, that would be huge, and because Conor McGregor done such a great things for MMA, for UFC, and I will be happy to see.
But when Joe Rogan talks about the greatest names in MMA, he never holds back his praise for the sport's biggest stars. So where does Conor McGregor fit in that conversation? Rogan has described McGregor at his peak as an unstoppable force, someone capable of breaking down any opponent standing in his path when everything clicks. That's exactly why the debate over his GOAT status never seems to end. At the same time, Rogan has also praised Demetrius Johnson, calling him one of the most complete martial artists the MMA world has ever seen, placing him alongside McGregor in that elite discussion. What do you think? Who truly deserves the GOAT crown?
Conor McGregor, master of destruction. No one has a chance. He gets everybody. There's an argument that he's the GOAT. There's an argument that Mighty Mouse is the greatest expression of martial arts in the history of combat sports. I would make that argument.
Whenever Joe Rogan speaks about greatness in MMA, he often explains that true champions prove it by how they dominate inside the cage. And that quickly brings the spotlight back to Conor McGregor. But here's the big question. Will his long break from competition finally catch up with him? Many fans believe the time away could create serious ring rust, especially since his opponent has stayed active and kept competing. Yet when Max Holloway was asked about that concern, he brushed it aside without hesitation. His response was simple: Once the fight begins, none of that matters. Fighters step in and fighters fight. Do you agree, or will the layoff make all the difference?
See you. Max, what are your thoughts on a guy like Conor being out for 5 years, having that brutal injury while the entire time you've been very active?
It doesn't matter, you know. I see a lot of people talking about it, but we're fighters, man. This is what we do. I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to the best version of Conor McGregor. I know, look the way he's talking, bro. He's fired up. I'm fired up. I can't wait to see him July 11th.
Expected, Max, because I'm coming in fast. I tell you this, how are you doing after your 5-round fight with Oliveira? I thought some of the shots went for the back of the head. You had an opportunity to repay the favor you didn't take. I was disappointed in the result and the outcome of the bout and the shape the bout took. But how's the body? How are you feeling?
It is what it is, bro.
How's Hawaii?
I'm good.
I look forward to see you again in Las Vegas.
Hawaii's great, brother. Hawaii's great. I can't wait to see you in the ninth island, brother. How's Dublin? I heard you're sleeping in the gym, so that's great to hear, man. We're glad to have you back. I can't wait to get in there and mix it up.
Still, when the conversation turns to Conor McGregor, his legacy is built on moments that fans will never forget. Who else has changed the sport the way he did? He became the first UFC fighter to hold 2 world championships at the same time and delivered one of the fastest title fight knockouts ever seen in New York. Looking back during his appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, McGregor made it clear he never wanted those unforgettable moments to last any longer than necessary. In a sport where everything can change in an instant, every single second matters. Do you think anyone will ever match those achievements?
You're considered to be one of the best MMA fighters in the world, and you became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes at the same time, my man.
That's right, my
And
man.
then you also, yes,
The double champ.
And
the
yeah,
double
the double champ.
champ.
But then you also,
And it happened here in New York City.
Yeah.
New York City, Madison Square Garden, same place.
then you also knocked someone out in 13 seconds once. I always wanted to ask, did you wish it lasted a little longer? Were you happy?
No, you know what? Ecstatic. Gone, in and out, gone.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't get paid by the hour in there.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a dangerous game.
That same mindset explains why every big moment means so much to McGregor and why he's always believed in taking every opportunity before it disappears. But have you ever wondered what really goes through his mind before the cage door shuts? His approach inside the octagon is built on careful planning, balancing control with the chaos of his explosive fighting style. Every move has a purpose. Every decision is made with focus. For McGregor, staying calm and composed is what truly matters. The second that cage door closes, every hour of training, every sacrifice, and every hard lesson is put to the test. That's why, in the end, everything comes down to trusting yourself and believing in the work you've already done. Do you think that mindset is what separates champions from everyone else?
It's a dangerous game. What do you feel when you step into the octagon?
You know, you have to be calm, you have to be composed, you have to trust your training and your discipline. It's where, you know, there's no hiding in the octagon. If you've maybe missed a training session or skipped a meal or, you know, ate something you shouldn't have or, you know, lived a life of not of discipline,
Yeah.
it's going to show in there.
You'll get caught.
So if you put in the work and you make that walk, you just trust your work, trust your discipline, trust what you've done, and hope it all turns out well.
That same mentality still shows whenever McGregor explains the story behind his famous nickname, the Notorious. But did you know it wasn't something created by clever marketing? The name actually goes back to his younger years. As mentioned earlier, he had a habit of getting into trouble, so his coach even saved his number as Trouble in his phone. Over time, that image grew, and people started seeing him as Notorious. The nickname became part of who he was, not something that was forced. It also reflected his deep connection with hip-hop culture, which played a big role in shaping the identity fans know today. What do you think? Does a nickname become legendary because of the person behind it?
Where did you get the term Notorious? Where did you get
My
that?
nickname is
Your
the Notorious. My fight name is Notorious. It actually came
because I had a habit of getting into trouble when I was younger, a little bit. And my coach had me saved in the phone as Trouble, actually. He had that was
your name in his phone?
That was my name in his phone. Yeah, Trouble. Now I was only a young guy, but you know, it just I was just notorious for it. That's it. And then it became that. I like Biggie as well. I like the music, and that was the walkout song, and it just kind of gelled together over the years, and it became the Notorious.
Last time you were here.
It fits.
These days, it also seems that family has become the biggest source of strength in McGregor's life. Did you expect that side of him? He proudly speaks about raising his 4 children and teaching them the value of discipline from an early age. He often mentions that they already take part in their own training sessions. McGregor has even considered bringing them to his fight nights, not to celebrate violence, but to let them witness what hard work, commitment, and dedication can truly achieve. For him, walking out in front of thousands of fans isn't just about the spotlight. It's about showing his children what chasing excellence with complete belief in yourself really looks like. What do you think? Does that lesson matter more than the fight itself?
Last time you were here, you brought a couple of the kids, or one of the kids. How's the family doing?
Very good. 4 children now. 4 children now. Yeah, 4 children. And blessed.
And you said that they're all training. You think they want to?
They're training and living a good, healthy lifestyle for sure. I'm going to bring them to the bout also. I've been debating it. You know, it is a dangerous game, but I want to show them what discipline and what dedication and commitment to your craft can achieve. They're going to see their father walk out and see the adoration of 20 or 30,000 fans, and you know, a great performance. And I want to show them that this is what hard work gets you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
You want to see? You want to see something really cute? This is the baby. This is Max McGregor. He's 2 years old. He's ready to go. He's ready for the fight.
Now the attention shifts toward UFC 329 and the massive rematch between McGregor and Holloway. Are you ready for what's coming next? McGregor admits that stepping back into the fight game feels exactly where he belongs. He believes this is the life he was built for, with discipline, structure, and daily hard work helping him become the best version of himself. Even after spending time on other projects, including making movies, he makes one thing absolutely clear. Nothing compares to the rush of competing inside the cage. Fighting is still his greatest passion, and it's the one thing that continues to drive him every single day. Do you think this hunger will make the difference when fight night finally arrives?
McGregor. So here we are, UFC 329, McGregor versus Holloway 2. How's it been getting back in the routine?
Incredible.
You liked it?
You know, I'm born for this. No, I'm not born for anything else. I have had my hand in a few pies. I've done some things. I've done a movie here and there. I've done other things, but fighting is my bread and butter. It's what lights a fire in my belly. And to be back and to be doing my thing with structure and discipline, it's the best version of me. And I'm happy to be back. And I'm excited to put on a show for the fans.
Good for you, bro. It is July 11th in Las Vegas, and July 11th is a very important date for you because you won your very first UFC title on July 11th, 2015. What would you say to 2015 Conor McGregor if you could, as he heads into his...
Keep going, kid. The game is yours.
Yeah.
The game is yours,
The game is yours,
Don't
kid.
listen to none of them.
Yeah!
As the excitement around UFC 329 keeps growing and McGregor's comeback gains even more momentum, the conversation goes far beyond one fight. But here's where things get even more interesting. From the other side, Coach Javier Mendez has suggested huge crossover matchups, mentioning stars like Islam Makhachev and Justin Gaethje as possible blockbuster opponents. In his opinion, a showdown of that size wouldn't simply be another big event. It could become one of the biggest fights MMA has ever witnessed. He also believes the long-standing rivalry between both camps would make everything even more intense, with the walkouts alone creating an unforgettable atmosphere where pressure, emotion, pride, and the roar of the crowd all come together. Which fight would you want to see the most?
Well, was that obviously he spoke to Ariel Helwani today, and he said, yeah, like I beat Max Holloway, Islam Makhachev is one of the options for me. Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev. Obviously, there's bad blood between the teams there, but just how big do you think that fight would be? I mean, probably going to be the biggest fight in UFC history, right?
It could very well be the biggest fight in UFC history if that was to happen. So, to be honest with you, he brings so much to the table that if I had to want a wish list, that's the one, because I want to get that one. I want to get that one again. That feeling of being booed when we go out to the audience was pretty cool, actually. Because they booed us, but they loved us. So when Habib fought him, they was booed but loved.
The excitement surrounding possible super fights keeps getting bigger as more voices weigh in on what McGregor's return could mean for MMA. But here's the question everyone is asking: can he really make history again? Even Merab Dvalishvili has spoken about McGregor's comeback, sharing his excitement while showing respect to everyone involved. He praised McGregor's incredible influence on the UFC and the sport itself, saying he would be happy to watch him earn another victory. At the same time, he pointed out that a successful comeback would mean far more than winning one fight. In his view, it would become a defining moment that could leave a lasting mark on the entire sport. What do you think? Can McGregor still create another unforgettable chapter?
Hey, Merab, are you excited for Conor McGregor's return?
I am actually, and I'm hoping he can win, because I love Max Holloway, but this is gonna be huge if he comes. He's coming back, but if he wins, that would be huge, and because Conor McGregor done such a great things for MMA, for UFC, and I will be happy to see.
When Logan Paul speaks about the biggest personalities combat sports has ever produced, one name always stands above the rest: Conor McGregor. But do you agree with that view? Logan believes McGregor did far more than win fights. He changed the way the world looked at MMA and brought the sport to an entirely different level. According to him, there's simply nobody else quite like McGregor, describing him as a one-of-a-kind figure both inside and outside the cage. Looking back on meeting him in Washington, D.C., Logan says McGregor's presence was impossible to ignore, with an energy that instantly filled the room. Even so, he also offered one warning. After such a long break from competition, returning against elite fighters who never stopped competing could be one of the toughest challenges of McGregor's career. What do you think? Does the layoff matter, or can greatness overcome it?
So we have the Conor McGregor of the UFC, who kind of was he spearheaded the idea of huge personalities, doesn't give a fuck, besides yourself, who's someone in the WWE that would resemble a Conor McGregor?
That person doesn't exist. I mean, to be fair to Conor McGregor, there is only one Conor McGregor, and it's not a character. I ran into Conor McGregor actually here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, you did?
At the inauguration.
Yeah.
And we were talking about fighting at that time, and he was just still such a character in real life. He's not playing a character.
He's not.
He was definitely on something. It was 8 a.m. He was on something. The group I was with, we all agreed. We took a general vote, a consensus. The consensus was he was on something.
But he's so funny.
He's amazing. He's amazing. But if he comes back in the UFC, I fear he's had so much time off, he could get...
The debate over McGregor's place among the greatest fighters ever doesn't end there. But here's where the conversation becomes even more intense. Bedtime MMA takes the discussion a step further, arguing that McGregor's prime is still underestimated by many fans. According to him, McGregor's success was never based on luck. It was the result of world-class skill, perfect timing, and incredible precision. He believes McGregor belongs among the greatest featherweights in MMA history and ranks as one of the sport's most dangerous strikers. To support that claim, he points to victories over Jose Aldo, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Donald Cerrone, Max Holloway, and Nate Diaz. In his opinion, those wins showcased elite fight IQ, flawless timing, and exceptional finishing ability. He even argues that McGregor gave Khabib Nurmagomedov one of the toughest challenges of his career, despite returning after a lengthy break. So what's your take? Does McGregor's prime deserve more respect than it gets?
McGregor sucks. Conor McGregor is fucking elite. He is genuinely one of the greatest featherweights of all time. He is genuinely one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. You do not accidentally beat Jose Aldo by 13-second step back pull counter left hand on, you don't run through Chad Mendez, Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Cowboy Cerrone, Nate Diaz, as if they're the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, bro. Like, this dude is genuinely one of the best strikers to ever step foot in the cage. He gave Khabib his hardest fight 110%. People bring up Gaethje. Joe Rogan brings up Iaquinta because he survived the longest. That's like saying Josh Emmett gave Ilia Topuria his hardest challenge in a win. It's just not true. Just because he went the longest doesn't mean he did the best. Conor McGregor did the best against Khabib Nurmagomedov, 110%. 100%. The most dominant fighter ever. Conor McGregor was his toughest fight, and he was coming off a massive layoff. He's done this before. He's come off massive layoffs and looked decent before. He fought extremely well against Dustin Poirier in his absolute peak, coming off another huge...
So who do you think comes out on top if this showdown finally happens? Share your prediction in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more fight analysis, breaking updates, and everything happening in the world of combat sports. This video is created for informational and educational purposes to keep the boxing and MMA community updated. It is based on publicly available information, opinions, and commentary. Any visuals, clips, or references are used under the principles of fair use for purposes such as news reporting, commentary, criticism, education, and analysis. To make this content more unique, engaging, and informative for our audience, AI-assisted tools were used during the research and scriptwriting process, with all content reviewed and edited before publication. This video is not intended to mislead, impersonate, or replace any original source or official statement.